Alright, Google Draw. Google Draw is another tool that you might find useful to use in your classroom. Either you using it to make something for the kids, or the kids actually using it to create graphic organizers, mind maps, timelines, anything like that. I'll just go over the basics of Google Draw because honestly, there are like, hundreds of ways for people to use it. I also included a link, a pretty good link of another teacher explaining how he uses Google Draw to create graphic organizers. It should be after this link on your session tasks that I shared with you, so you might want to look at that one too. Alright, so basically to create Google Draw, it's just like anything else. I'm just going to leave this in my general class stuff folder for my pretend class that I'm making right now. So I'm going to go to create and go all the way down to drawing. Alright, and a Google Draw comes up, and of course first I'm going to title it. Okay, and I'm going to make up a little diagram over the scientific method steps to share with my students. Again, you will have to tailor this to your classroom. So there are 5 steps to the scientific method, or at least the one we use here over at middle school. There's actually tons of different examples. So I'm just going to make a little diagram. So here are the basic tools, and again, I can't cover all of these things that Google Draw has available. There's going to be tutorials in my technology share folder that you can always go back and look at if you want to do more with this. So I'm going to just add a shape. So I went up here, right here, to my little shape icon. You can also use the insert button, same thing. I just use the little icons at the top. Insert shape. I'm going to pick a shape. I'm going to make it as big as I want, and then I can move it around. Then I want to put words in this shape, so I go up here, and the little T is a text box. So I fill that in. I want to center my words here. So the first step in the scientific method is you have to have a problem. I don't like that. Or a purpose. I want to make that bigger, so I highlight the words, and this number right up here gives me an option. Woo, that's too big. Go down to 30. There we go. So problem or purpose. Then I insert, and again I want a shape, but this time I want an arrow pointing down to the next step. That. Now, about shapes, you can change the color of shapes. Oop, I selected the text box, didn't mean to do that. I wanted the shape. Now I've selected the shape. And this little paint bucket right up here is how you change the color. So if I wanted that yellow, I could change the color. And then line color, right now that's the outline. It's set on black, so if I wanted to change that to green, I could. So there's lots of different options that you can use. And then once I get my little arrow, I can go up here and I can insert, I like to use the shape again. Then, of course, I need a text box. Whoop. And then I don't want to go through resizing all those letters again, so I'm just going to go up here and I'm going to highlight this. And then I'm going to hit right click, copy. And I'm going to go down to this text box, right click, paste. Center it. And then the second step is research. And again, I want that to be yellow. So I can change it and change the line color to green. So I could keep going here and do my scientific method. I'm not going to go through the whole process because obviously y'all are kind of getting the point and I don't want to bore you. I also, even though I created another shape, remember you can always select something and you can right click, copy it, and then just right click on your page and paste it, and you can just make more to save yourself time. Any object you have on the page, you can right click copy, right click paste. Save yourself time rather than creating it again and again and again. One thing I wanted to show you about Draw, which I kind of like, because sometimes I need to draw not a traditional shape. So it has some line features that you could use, like in math. I was thinking that the curve and the polyline were good examples. If you click on those, you can make like a weird shape. Sometimes in geometry, you guys have to have weird shapes and stuff. They also have the curve line, works kind of the same, except when you're clicking, it curves the line. So that's kind of cool. And to get out of it, you double click. Like, you'll start your line, click once, and then you click around, you draw your shape, and when you get to the end, double click. Oh, I did it too many times. And you'll get out of the line. They also have a scribble, which is a free draw, and you just have to click and hold your mouse down, and it will let you draw. And when you let off of your mouse, let the click go, it quits drawing the line. So sometimes you want your kids, or you need to draw something, these might come in handy for you. And again, you can select these and go up, change the color, however you need to do that. There's a lot of different options. Like I said, Draw has lots of features. You can insert images, upload them from your computer, or steal them off of Google Images and save them and then upload them, however you want to do that. Or you can just copy and paste from the internet. Like, I can go out here, open a tab, and I can search science clip art, go to image, pick one, I select it and make it bigger, and then again, that cool snippet tool that I've talked to y'all about. If you don't know how to use snippet, I have a tutorial in my technology share. You just click your snippet tool, hit new, select what you want, then right here, this is the copy icon. Then you can go back, right click. Oop, I don't know what I'm in. Oop, I'm stuck in a line. Here, I'm glad that happened. If you're in a function like line, to get back just to your regular mouse pointer, that little arrow, click that, and see, now I'm back to my select arrow. So now I can right click paste, and there is my little clip art from the internet. And it seems like there was one more thing I was going to tell you. Alright, I'm just going to leave it like that. Oh, I remember. Draw can also be inserted into Google Docs. I know we went through a Google Doc when we did our syllabus page, but I want to show you that real quick. I'm going to close this out. I'm going to go back to my general. I'm going to open up my syllabus, and then I'm going to, let's say that I want to insert a drawing into this Google Doc. I'm just going to go down here and pretend, because I really don't want one. You just get your cursor where you want your drawing to be, and you go to insert, and you hit drawing, and it's going to pull up a mini version of Google Draw right here. So if I wanted to put my little scientific method dilly, I'm not going to do it, but I'm just going to like pretend that I did my scientific method chart, and then I hit save and close. The Google Draw is in there. This is really good if you're creating worksheets for your kids, which we'll learn about later. You can insert a draw into a Google Doc, and then they can go into that draw and draw what you want or label something like that. I'll show you more later, but it's really cool to know that you can insert it into a Google Doc. Alright, so that's all. You might want to watch that tutorial by the other teacher about how he creates graphic organizers. And your task for this part is to create a graphic organizer inside that your student folder that you're going to share with your kids, something that you want them to see or use. So just choose something and go with it.